Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
Glennon. Completes it to Ajayi. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be second down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
No. Check. Patriot. Hurry up. Here we go. 3-19.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, when you think of these two teams, two franchises, Baltimore and Oakland, Charles, what comes to mind?
Well, the ghost to the post in the late 1970s, but remember, that was the Baltimore Colts who are now in Indianapolis. These are the Ravens who came from Cleveland and formerly were the Browns.
They also have some history, though. The Ravens, between these two teams, won an AFC Championship game in 2001. Also beat a Derek Carless Raiders 30-17 in Oakland a year ago. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll look to throw here. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Jerry Hughes in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He may try and run for this. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
He'll get it up the middle. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here's another 2nd and goal, this time from half the distance closer. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Jalen Samuels, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, the spin. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. From the gun, it's Carr. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Later, 9. Down.
On play action, now Carr. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Zebra.
From the gun, it's Manning. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Zebra.
They do go for it. It's Manning. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Dumps it off for Geist. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll make it 2nd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out.
7:34. Down. 280. Low. 6:18.
Now Carr again. Looking deep for Hilton. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swapped.
He's got a man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Brandon Graham in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
He'll drop to throw. Got an open man. He completes it to Callaway.
Number
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down. Glennon now 10 of 10 to start the game. How about that? As he comes up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jerry Hughes in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. They'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. They create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a 1st down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now back to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Bobby Wagner in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
He'll check it down to Geis, and he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Shotgun now for Carr. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the 1st. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
694.
Carr now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. They find some open field here. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. Throwing on first down is Carr. Drops this off to Tomlinson, complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
White Monday. Purdue. Now, you ready?
Operating from the gun. Carr. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing his Carr on third down. That one's complete to Tomlinson. Oh, and they had it stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Myers able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going. Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission? Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there. See how that recipe works. Now Tomlinson on first and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively. Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get
to him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he's got his man Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On first down, this is Geis. Got a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. Barkevius Mingo in that time on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now, you ready? Go cheese.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Flush to his right. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's up. And got his man complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 48 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Glennon. And he's got his man. It's the tight end play. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Jay Ajayi with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at about the 32. Carr going to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Carr. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22.
734.
On first down, Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Right, Chief. 29.
To throw again. Carr finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Back now in Baltimore. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Again, it's Carr. And this is going to be incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense, and they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with a jive. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because
He's got it with the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2.
Over!
Now Glennon. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
On the return, here's Kerwin Williams. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it. Makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Carr will try it again on 2nd down. Complete to Hilton. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Give him 30 yards there.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Carr now on 1st down. Dumps it off for Geis. He's to the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Jarrell Casey. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. From the gun, Carr throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Here's Myers now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
All right, now, look at 56.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Glennon now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They run again with Ajayi. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Hey. You got three.
They'll toss it to Ajayi. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now running right through it. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards. And now a decision here on 4th and 1. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll set up a throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Over.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Gun.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Drops it off to Ajayi. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
3-19.
They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Glennon now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The 6-time Pro Bowler, Clay Matthews. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Going tough shot. This is caught inside the 15. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They run for it with Ajayi. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll come out in the pistol. They're going to look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. On 2nd and goal, Ajayi, the lone man in the backfield.
Here we go now.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Carl Joseph, but he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone, and that's all she wrote.
And they had the final shot. The last snap taken that close to the end zone. They don't get it in, so they'll regret that. But flip it over, making a stand in that portion of the field, congratulations to them.
So for Baltimore, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.